Bassam, it's kind of like riding a bike, I think. I haven't live streamed for so long, it feels maybe a week, but I hope it's like riding a bike. I hope I don't screw this up, Bassam, because what you have to share with the community is really, really important. So hold on, let me make sure this isn't blowing me out over here. Nope, we're good. All right, check, check, check. Greetings, everyone. It is Uncle Vigilante, Uncle V, back like a good rash. And I can't wait to share my special guest with you and all of his sage insight on ChangeNow. This is Bassam. And Bassam, welcome to the show. How are you? And thank you. Thank you for staying up late. That's why we're going early, everyone, because it's late where he is. And so we move things around. So everything is good. Bassam, how are you?
Hi, Uncle V. First of all, thank you for having me. So it's having me again, let's say, because it's my second time.
Always my pleasure.
So yeah, as for now, this time actually it's 5 p.m. On my side, so it's not very late.
Oh, okay, because we were thinking about doing it at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that will be 11.
Okay, so that would be too late. But we're here now. We're going early, and I see people are coming into the chat, so everybody got the message. So we're just doing EpicCash live early, and I'm kind of excited about that. Got a little more energy, still have the coffee flowing through my veins, and boy, oh boy, Bassam in our community, whoo, what a week. It has been quite the week. Everybody who knows, I did have my interview with Leah on Monday, and people asked how it went, and I'd say I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So I felt pretty good. She was very nice, and her brother Gideon was very nice, and took it easy on me, because I'm not Max GPT, but but I think I held my own. She did want to position it as a debate, EpicCash versus Bitcoin, and I didn't. I wasn't prepared to go in, debating. But after we started exchanging a little bit, I'm like, okay, let's embrace this debate thing. And the funniest part, Bassam, it's like we got into fungibility, right? She thinks Bitcoin is fungible, and I claim it is not fungible. And I said, do you know what fungible means, Leah? And she said, of course. And I said, there was a book written on it. The book is called Bitcoin, Hard Money You Can't Fuck With. That's the title of the book. I said, so Leah, fungibility means you can't fuck with it. And she was kind of like, and I said, but I can tell you a story. There's a major YouTuber that was just talking about how he couldn't move his Bitcoin to an exchange because he had tainted coins that came from a mixer, and they give him the Heisman. Like, Leah, they're fucking with it. So it's kind of a weird beginning to the interview, but that, and then I made a couple of other points on fungibility, but I think I scored points on that. But what I know is that BTC maxis, or those who are really vested in BTC, there's just a tremendous amount of confirmation bias. And so it's really, really hard for them to let go and embrace the fact that better tech always wins historically in time. And while Bitcoin is amazing technology, it's 2008 tech. And, I think today everybody deserves to be able to have private Bitcoin, if you will, which is a real simple way of saying EpicCash. So, but enough of that. I'm back, and you're here. And I want to just share with everyone, I'm going to put you on the spot here. From what I understand in the chats is that ChangeNow, you and your devs integration team are pretty confident that we are going to be integrated by, did I get this right? May 31st?
Yes. So wow. 31st, we actually should say the secret sentence, which is like secret phrase, we have liftoff, and
Okay,
yeah, so
good.
and ChangeNow should be available. EpicCash should be available on ChangeNow
That's
and
amazing.
NowPayments. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me this, because I can't let this go. Okay, color me suspicious. Okay, and I'm
Mm.
going to show a little bit of leg right here, and I'm going to share with you. We're also integrating with CoinStore, and their devs have been having quite the time integrating Mimblewimble and getting it to test out correctly. And so I don't know if our devs and your devs have actually begun that process of testing. I don't think so. And that's the only thing that makes me nervous, is only until it gets real, which isn't just we've read the documents, the integration documents, and we got this. But so I'm just kind of being the pebble in the shoe here, because as always, my community knows, our community knows that I shoot straight, and I just want to make sure that we are not over promising. And so I would rather it be the end of June than the end of May. If it gets to the end of the May and there's oh man, this was harder than we thought. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, what I see from the chat, actually, like our development team has like very slight problem, not problem, like something to figure out. Like I'm not technical, I'm not
Yeah,
developer myself,
right.
but as I saw, it's like only in the wallet how to activate the wallets, and I think it should be solved so far. So
Okay.
I think I think a
Okay.
week should be enough. Like it's actually 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
So
2 weeks, but I will feel way better when it's confirmed that our devs are talking to each other and testing. So maybe maybe you could circle back with me and just ask your dev team, has that process begun? And you know what? It likely could have. I'm still catching up from the week. So
well,
go ahead.
yeah, so I don't think our developer team could have such a problem, such detailed problem, if they haven't started yet. That's what I make sure of. Um, so yeah, you
Yeah.
cannot figure out the problem if you're not working on something.
Well,
When you
right. But
when you yeah
Mimblewimble with the ping transaction is different than anything else out there, unless they have integrated a Mimblewimble protocol before. And if they have, that's great news. It's just different. So again, I'm just being that uncle.
yeah, no, I do understand your point, because we don't want to overpromise people as well. But I was actually checking just yesterday. I had a call with Darkstar, and I checked with my development team, and they told me like 31st should be enough.
Okay,
Um,
great.
so yeah, so far as my information and that I can share with you, 31st should be online.
Well,
And actually,
if you integrate before CoinStore and they had like 6 week head start, then I am just gonna. You know what? When we launch, people, the live stream when ChangeNow launches is I'm just gonna show, ChangeNow, their website with EpicCash in there, and I'm gonna just clap for an hour. It'll be irritating as hell, but I'm gonna do that for you because that is applause worthy.
yeah, no, look, when it comes to I'm not bragging, but when it comes to the development team, our
Yeah.
development team have already integrated more than 160, as I remember, blockchains. So
Wow.
yeah, so
Okay.
because we
That's
support 875 coins
okay.
and tokens.
Okay. Treat me and the viewing audience right now as if we know nothing about ChangeNow. Tell us about ChangeNow, Bassam.
Yeah, actually, like we had this. They can go back to the first interview that we had about ChangeNow, but let's let's start from the beginning. So,
Yeah.
ChangeNow is a liquidity provider aggregator. So we've been operating for the last 7 years, 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
6. And we actually typically we source liquidity from the whole big centralized exchange like Binance, KuCoins, OKX,
Okay.
Gate.io, even Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and QuickSwap. That's for typical. But for EpicCash, we actually developed a new type of product, which is, as Max actually mentioned, it's very interesting that we actually believed in Epic. So we started with you to develop the product, where we will be the liquidity provider for Epic. We will not be sourcing the liquidity from none of the centralized exchanges
Wow.
or decentralized exchanges. So yeah, so we have, when we have multiple liquidity providers, you can get the best rate on the markets.
Okay.
And that's actually what we do. So we get the best rate on the markets, and we put it in a API solution that we provide free for services, for businesses, to build their own exchange, payments gateway, trading platforms, fiat provision. So everything that needs crypto to crypto processing, they can use our API solution for free
Okay.
and build their own platforms. And we currently, for ChangeNow, when it comes, we have more than 3,000 partners already using our API. Among these partners can be like Atomic Wallet, I think you heard of.
Yes.
So the swap option inside the Atomic Wallet is actually ChangeNow's API.
Okay. So it's basically white labeled. It's ChangeNow that's white labeled, or does it say ChangeNow within their wallet?
No, it doesn't show any sign of ChangeNow.
So within the Epic Pay wallet, we'll then have right now we just have send and receive, but I presume, especially once, and we'll talk about Guardarian, but we'll also be able to have buy, sell, and swap. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. So you can anybody can just access our API solution from our API documentation and start integrating in the application, and you will have the same thing that you mentioned. So you will have swap between crypto and buy and sell.
Right.
Yeah. So
And the buy and sell requires another third party, Guardarian. Yes. And so can you share with us a little bit about Guardarian? What do they do? How does it work? How quickly do they integrate after 5/31? Let's say that is liftoff.
Okay, so Guardarian is actually one of our partners, and they currently use our API.
Okay.
Guardarian integration actually will take around 3 to 5 business days.
Okay.
But it can be done faster, I think. And they actually support SEPA, Swift, faster payments, Visa, MasterCard, Apple Pay, Google Pay, for on-ramping. And they support more than like around more than 40, let's say, because I don't have the precise number, as fiat currencies.
Okay. So that's huge. So that means for the first time in our ecosystem, in our little world, that somebody will be able to buy EpicCash to be able to EpicCash with a credit card, right?
Yes.
And let's just be clear. That means we're buying EpicCash directly. We're not buying BTC to then swap for EpicCash, right?
Yes, exactly. So you will go to the website, mark Epic, like even Guardarian website or the application, choose the asset that you want to buy, Epic, amount, pay, do the KYC. It's one time you use it. Will you do it, and then that's it, and you will receive it to your wallet.
Okay. Walk through the business model then. Let's say I want to buy $1,000 worth of Epic, okay? And or that I invest $1,000 on my credit card. What would the equivalent amount of Epic be that I get back? Because Guardarian has to make a living. ChangeNow has to make a living, right? So what's my net?
So let me just check the numbers as I mentioned before. So I'm not from Guardarian team, but
and everybody, This is so darn huge because think about having to go buy BTC now somewhere and pay the fees to be able to get it over into VEET, right? Inevitably, I mean, I heard 2 weeks ago someone was saying when the BTC price to move was so high, they wanted to buy move $100 worth of BTC, and it netted out $76 after the after it was sent over. You know,
Okay.
it's
So yeah,
it's crazy.
so Guardarian fees when it comes to Visa and MasterCard, it's 3%.
3%. That's right.
Plus 1.5 euros.
Okay.
And for SEPA, faster payment, and SWIFT, it's 0% plus 2.49 USD.
Okay. Okay. So it is. So basically, they're generating their income off of the credit card, the 3% fee. So there's their VIG, if you will, is built into that 3%, right?
Well, no, because like I think they have very small percentage, because I don't know if you're aware of, but Visa and MasterCard are very large whales and their commission is so high. So I think Visa alone charge 2.5%.
Right, right. But what I'm saying, so if I buy, let's use $100, after if I buy $100 worth of Epic, okay, I'm gonna have to pay, let's call it a 3% credit card processing fee, okay, 2.5 or 3%, but let's just say it's 3%. So that would end up being $97 worth of Epic, not 100, right?
Well, of course, yeah.
Right. So I just want everybody to know that there's nothing in this world that's
For
free.
free.
But believe me, the ease of use and being able to just simply go, you know, within your Epic Pay wallet and buy however much dollar cost average or whatever. So everybody, once we integrate with Guardarian, you're going to want to go through the KYC process, just like you have to go through the KYC process with any exchange. If you want to go that route, there are other ways, you know, if you want to jump through other hoops, just like today, you can still buy through VEET, et cetera. But this is a very easy way to do that. And I mean, you talk about a game changer, everyone. Now it gets stupid easy. Yes?
Yeah, I think I would, like, spoiler alert, Guardarian soon will launch some threshold where you can buy certain amounts of any assets with no KYC.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
so yeah, I think like for
Awesome,
small
Bassam.
amounts, yeah. So for small amounts, you don't even need KYC. So yeah, when it comes to when we compared it, like I do remember like the documentation that you had for Epic, like how to acquire Epic. It like was 7 or 8 steps.
27.
27. Okay, thank you. And now it's come to one. Now it's like 5 clicks, not steps.
And everybody understand, I don't know, we're hovering, you know, around the 500 to 600 rank. But when it becomes easy peasy like this, first of all, those of you between now and the end of the month, if you aren't acquiring EpicCash now, you're absolutely batshit crazy. Because once it is open to your whole ChangeNow universe and people start doing their own research and they go to EpicCash.com and they start studying up and they realize, to put it simply, fast private Bitcoin at under $2. Are you kidding me? Hold my beer. You know, they're going to be buying like crazy. And then there are all of these other things that are coming on. Everybody, I have a very special guest coming up on Tuesday. It's going to be an odd time. It's going to be 3 p.m. because it's about his schedule, not mine. But you're then going to get even more insight into our future. And my goodness, all I can tell you is those watching right now, Bassam, are going to be bragging that they were acquiring EpicCash at under $2. You know, we have our halving next month. Oh my gosh. And you all, and I'm like, Coinstar who? We have ChangeNow, man. That's
Well,
Coinstar people, we love you. You're going to serve a whole area of the world that we don't. But man, I'm so excited about ChangeNow because I just want to tell everybody on the planet to just download the wallet and you can buy right through there.
well, and actually, like the main purpose was today was not only was one of the services that ChangeNow offer, which is NowPayments. So
Tell us about NowPayments.
yeah, so I actually want to take the Epic even further step and
Yes.
say, so we're not only like with all respect to all centralized exchanges and trading platforms,
Yes.
but when you get listed there, you only go listed on a website,
Right.
on one specific place.
Yes.
When it comes to ChangeNow and through NowPayment solutions, you are taking Epic, not only acquiring it to trade it and make some bucks aside.
Right.
You are taking Epic to pay coffee with it. To
It's
go to
utility.
Shopify.
Everybody,
Yes.
this is how we flip in Bitcoin, is that our payments are fast using EpicCash. And tell everyone how I'd be able to use my bag of Epic to be able to buy coffee or airline tickets or anything else. This is huge.
Yeah, so through NowPayments. So NowPayments have I don't know if you don't know NowPayments.
I don't know anything about it. Can you educate me?
Yes, so actually I have a presentation. It's a bit,
Yes, beautiful. Thank you.
it's a bit outdated, I think, but we
That's
can
fine.
go through it. So yeah, so it's crypto payments gateway. So basically it's crypto to crypto payments gateway that
Okay.
businesses use to accept crypto as a form of payments.
Wow.
So yeah, so currently they support 160 currencies, but soon they will be 160 plus Epic.
That is amazing. Mike
Yeah.
Adams, if you're listening to this, we need you to talk to Bassam. Maybe everything's already just a click of a button away from integration.
So yeah, so one of the main advantages of NowPayments is that easy to integrate, and it has like it can literally serve any sort of businesses. So it doesn't matter if you have a small coffee shop on a corner or you have a big travel agency like Travala, which is also, spoiler alert, Travala use NowPayments.
Okay, tell us about Travala.
So Travala is a travel agency that
Yes.
accepts one of the payment provider of Travala as a bit crypto payments is NowPayments.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so
This is huge.
imagine going to not only have Epic but pay for it for your hotel reservation.
Yes, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bassam. This is just part of the deal of being a partner of yours, right? It's not, hey guys, if you want to do this, it's another $20,000 integration fee, right?
Yeah. So well, actually, that's a point we actually was discussing yesterday. We make it available for everybody with NowPayments, but we cannot force the customer, force the businesses to offer it.
Okay, so we have to provide
discuss with the
educational material for them on EpicCash or what?
It's actually up to every business to accept or not.
Right. Okay. Okay.
But technically speaking, it's available with a switch of a button.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes.
You're a merchant, right?
Yes.
You're a merchant and you think, oh, cool, I'd like to accept Bitcoin, right? Now, Bitcoin, within the last 2 weeks, was $84 to get your Bitcoin from one wallet to another because nothing was moving because of these silly ordinals. And so for you to actually get your Bitcoin to move, you have to pay the premium price, right? So the people who receive those fees, they'll say, okay, I'll take you, come on board, right? So is any merchant going to really sell a can of Coca-Cola for Bitcoin? The answer is no, because it's too expensive to buy Coke, and it's not private enough to buy Coke. You'll think about that and you'll crack up later. But EpicCash is less than a penny, and it is less than, I mean, these days it's definitely less than a minute to be able to send. So I think these merchants are going to quickly fall in love with EpicCash.
Well, yeah, I do accept with it because, for example, when it comes to minimum payments on crypto to crypto, like the gas fees and the price itself, so the minimum payments for every is different for every asset.
Yeah, and our minimum payment's going to be like a nickel.
Well, yeah, so that's actually the advantage of certain assets over the others, because
That's right.
it's not the technical problem. It's just sometimes the gas fees can be more. So it depends on the gas fees and the whole fees of the asset itself.
By the way, we don't have any gas fees. Just FYI.
Ah, for real? That's new information.
Our transaction fees are no, we don't have gas fees. That's and we're under a penny to be able to move Epic. So no,
well, yeah, so
the sustainable competitive advantage that we have without question.
yeah, so and with NowPayments commission, so NowPayments have, like, if you're sending Epic and the merchant is receiving Epic, the commission is 0.5%.
That's amazing. That's
which is one of the least on the market, I think.
It's huge, man. That it is disruptive technology what you all are implementing. I mean, it is going to disrupt and turn MasterCard Visa on its head, I believe.
Well, I think Visa and MasterCard are joining the team.
Oh, really? So they're going to lower their fees too?
No, like Visa and MasterCard are joining their own crypto. So soon, I think you will see like Visa and MasterCard crypto payment.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm just saying that right here, I'm saying pay less. Our fees are the lowest in the market, from 0.5%, 0.5% to 1%, where Visa, MasterCard are 2.5 to 3%.
Yes,
so
exactly.
That's what I'm referring to is merchants are going to say, oh yeah, let me accept EpicCash and only pay, 1% versus 2.5 to 3%.
Well, of course it is, like
plus there are no chargebacks with this model, right? I mean, once a transaction's done, it's done. And any merchant would love that because they can book that revenue right away.
Yes, it's straight to the wallet. It's non-custodial, so we don't keep any money. So it's straight from the customer to your wallet.
Where do you pick up the fee? That happens en route? The 1% fee?
It's a percentage of the payment. And actually, one of the advantage of NowPayments is that you can choose. So either you pay, like the business pay the fees, or the customer pay the fees. You can choose.
Gosh, this is just amazing. I love you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me some more eye candy.
Yeah, so I think here's like a few customers. So let's go to the numbers. So we actually have, like, I think these numbers are out to date. So we have even more than 500 registration weekly.
Great.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, we do serve every single industry. So from adult industry, travel, gaming industry. I think the gaming industry can be a huge collaboration or step.
Now you mentioned adult industry first. Bassam, have you seen my Uncle V adult films?
No, not yet.
Get that visual out of your head. You can never unsee it. Sorry, I ruined your day.
No, that's good.
Okay, payment tools. All right, let's. Okay, so API integration. You You can be,
So-
this can be at retail POS, billing APIs, plugins, payment link, subscriptions, recurrent invoicing.
So
Man,
let's go through every one of them.
yeah, please.
So the first one is API integration, where you can completely white label it or customize the solution as you want.
Okay.
So it requires like some development, but it will be let's say smoother and easier on your website, for example.
Right.
For POS, like in case you want offline businesses, you can use it with offline. And
Mm.
I forgot to mention that the transaction fees is like you can set up the payments within like a minute, and the time for a payment can be from like a minute to 5 minutes maximum. So the payment like to receive from the point where the customer can actually send and you receive is instantaneous. So while he's in the store still, you are already received this the money on your wallet.
How can
So
you
it's-
do that if it's BTC and it can take, 30 minutes to be able to send?
Well, no, like BTC doesn't require. So it does depend on the asset itself. I cannot say that, but I think for the small volume, it doesn't take that. In addition to, we have we have developed like because now payment use ChangeNow API, and we have developed some advanced methods to try to boost things up.
Okay. Okay.
But still, like it will depend on the network itself. It's not only up to us. But for standard payments, it will take 2 to 5 minutes.
But does everybody out there understand how huge this is? This empowers all crypto, really, when we're thinking about getting out of the fiat system. But we have to deal with all of these merchants who just want fiat, right? This, for the very first time, with ChangeNow and NowPayments as the engine empowering all of this, for the very first time, we can get out of the thinking of fiat always. I mean, if I can pay with just my Epic Pay wallet, my life changes. And I mean, I am going to frequent those merchants who accepts EpicCash. And over time, it's going to be those merchants who win. And they're going to be receiving, now, let me ask you this. Are they signing up for all of the different coins that they'll receive those? So they're receiving the fiat amount in those coins, or are you doing an exchange to where by the time it hits them, it's in fiat already? Like, are you going through Guardarian to be able to get them the fiat, or do they have to convert it later?
You mean on the withdrawal part?
Well, I mean, if I go into somewhere and I want to pay for pizza and they accept NowPayments and they accept EpicCash, are they accepting the EpicCash as payment for that, or are they actually getting the fiat amount, but somewhere along the line within the magic box, it is converted from my Epic to fiat to them? Or do they have to then go to off-ramp it with Guardarian to be able to get fiat to pay the bills?
So actually, all of the routes that you mentioned are available for us. So I actually didn't go through this, but like you took a step ahead. But
okay.
we have Guardarian plugged in. We can plug in Guardarian on top of that.
Okay.
So if you are a business, let's divide them. So if you have a business and you want to receive Epic while still letting people to pay in fiat, we can just activate the fiat option. So people can still pay with fiat, Visa, Master, Swift, faster payments, and you will receive, let's say, let's stick with the first one, you will receive Epic on your side.
Okay.
So you can decide, I want to receive Epic. So it doesn't matter what the people pay, you will always receive Epic.
Oh, so I could be a smart merchant that says, excuse my language, I don't want your shitty fiat. I want EpicCash. Yes. But you're paying $100 for widget X, But if I flip that button to what I want to receive is EpicCash, then I'll get the EpicCash equivalent to that $100.
Yes.
Or if the person wants to pay with EpicCash, but I'm a merchant that might not, have as high a get it factor, they could flip the button that says, I want to receive fiat.
It's not like as like a flip of a button when it comes to fiat, because it's a bit more complicated, but still you can off ramp it with Guardarian.
Okay.
But so you can actually set as much a wallet as you want. You can
Okay.
set, like if you have a business on NowPayments website, you can set 5, 6, 7, 8 wallets. So and receive the asset. So if people pay in USDT, you will be receiving USDT, and you can decide which coin you want to
Right.
receive.
Okay.
So people can still pay in Epic, and even if the like business owner doesn't believe in Epic, but he will be receiving BTC, USDT, whatever he wants or whatever
Okay.
option he choose. So
Great.
that's why where like ChangeNow exchange come into handy, and like it will be an automatic exchange. That's where actually the commission here we said it's vary from 0.5 to 1%.
Yes.
So if it's mono payments, so if I pay you with Epic, you receive Epic, that's 0.5%.
Got
But
it.
if I pay Epic and you receive USDT, that's 1% because there is an exchange inside.
Understood. Got it. That makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, so it's better for the merchant to, as a business owner, to add as much wallet as possible. But again, if
Right.
he only want to receive Epic, he can. So
Well,
everything.
I mean, I swear you have made this a why not decision. For if I was a merchant, I'd be why not? If people want to pay me with these 150 different assets and it's seamless to me, why wouldn't I? As long as at the end of the day, I receive EpicCash or I receive fiat or have a way of being able to, off ramp it to USDT, all day long. This is beautiful.
So when it comes to plugins we'll mention it in a bit, but payment links is you just create an invoice and send it to people, and they will click, scan a QR code, and they will pay. Subscription, which means so yeah, one more thing. NowPayments can support MetaMask, so you don't have to like scan QR code. Just connect your wallet connect or MetaMask, and you can go on with payments.
Amazing.
As well. Yeah. So, and this is a recurrent invoice, which will send email, for example, every month to someone. Send the invoice every month.
Right.
For them. Yeah. So when it comes to plugin, here's like a major. So we have plugins for all these CMCs.
Whoa. Okay.
And you have Shopify. I don't know why Shopify is not among them, but Shopify is a lot. So it's just easy, quick plugin. You can set to start accept crypto in your online store.
Boy, that's amazing.
It's actually easy and straightforward.
I cannot wait for my good friend Mike to watch this, because I think his head is going to explode with joy. Wow, this is amazing.
So that's actually we were mentioning as non-custodial part. We still have now custody, which is part of NowPayments, which is when it comes to custody.
All right.
One of the main advantages that we can do is mass payouts.
Okay.
So if you have 100, 200,000 employee, let's say, and you want to pay them all in Epic, you just put in a CSV file their addresses and the amounts and press send.
Wow.
And you can do it from the website or from the API mass payouts.
Boy, that's amazing. Great.
So and like it's literally like with a minute you're sending hundreds or thousands payouts, and it's actually worked very well for trading platform or any businesses that want to share. Like again, salaries can be the best example.
Right. Now the difference between that execution with Bitcoin versus EpicCash, those addresses that are filled in, somebody in the company gets a hold of somebody's Bitcoin address, they know exactly how much they get paid. With EpicCash, there's no information. Private.
Uh,
Just getting a plug in there. Get it?
well, yeah, actually, it is a good point when it comes to, because if you have like a big company and you believe and you want to send the salary in Epic,
Yeah.
it will be possible.
It's
First,
totally confidential.
yeah,
Whereas
and
you could have somebody in accounts payable that's responsible for actually executing all of this. And once they get those BTC addresses, if that's what was, paid out in BTC, they could literally have a field day and go in and research every single one of them, and they'd know everybody how much they get paid. And probably that person would be resentful because there's probably someone that person doesn't like that they think don't deserve it. And they're like, they get paid what?
well, yeah, that's a good actually problem. So you don't have to worry about sharing the addresses of your employee between each other or
Yeah, that's
between
right.
the HR. Nobody will know anything about it. So yeah, so I think that's a specific advantage of Epic, but the main utility that our NowPayments we can provide is make it more accessible, make it more convenient for people to use
Yes,
such technology.
right.
Because again, and again, I always mention that if we want to just let crypto sitting on trading platforms, on centralized exchanges, on websites, we will never utilize it and it will never beat fiat.
Yeah, no,
And
this I love this. This is music to my ears. It's like utility is going to win in the end. This store of value, the only reason why the maxis are all over BTC as a store of value, which sucks, by the way, over the last 3 years, 2 months since that Black Thursday in 2020, March 13, 2020, BTC is up 437%. That's pretty impressive, right? Well, not when you look at EpicCash and we're up over 14,000%. So you want to talk store of value? Let's talk EpicCash. But when you provide, but when store of value is your only use case, which is the case with BTC because it's all they have, then it's never going to be utilized. But then this little engine this little, shitcoin micro cap EpicCash that all of a sudden delivers private utility. I can pay for anything I want privately. Now we're cooking with gas, Bassam.
exactly. I'm 100% with you. Again, like what I'm thinking always about how we actually help change Epic, and I was actually just thinking about the real integration of EpicCash as like Wimbo, the network, and the wallet, and how complicated it is to integrate the coin itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think when it comes to ChangeNow, I just like was reflecting about it. From now on, nobody will need to integrate or like have the option not to
Bingo.
integrate the whole platform of the whole network. They can just in a single use our API, which is simple and easy.
Yeah, that's just what a few lines of code.
Yeah, 2 lines of code, literally, and just like send all requests to ChangeNow, and we'll be handling everything.
Yeah,
So
you're right. It fundamentally changes everything because it presents what?
yeah, what's
An
easy?
easy button. Poke that easy button. People love their easy buttons.
Yeah.
So and your fees are not onerous. So it's not like we have this easy button, but the price of the easy button with ChangeNow is they charge out the yin yang. You don't. I mean, literally, even
the
with
solution
you
is for
as the
free, yeah.
solution, it's amazing. And so I did see somebody in the chat saying, is there access to the Epic API yet? I know the answer is no, because it needs to be launched first. But upon launching, so upon liftoff, that API will be available to anyone. And correct me if I'm wrong. If I had UncleV.com, right?
Yeah.
I could literally integrate that widget and people could buy, sell, swap, send, receive EpicCash, right? Right through my
Yes.
website.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
And yeah, and it's the main advantage of the widgets when it comes to, like, if it's like NowPayments widgets, like as a donation, as I have here, or as exchange widget as we have on ChangeNow, both of them will literally are like simple HTML code. You copy, paste. It's like 2 minutes
Yeah.
integration. It's not like 10 hours or integrating something. No, it's like literally 5 minutes, and
So-
you suddenly have.
So let's talk about a use case. So Mike Adams, he is the founder of Brighteon.com, which is a decentralized social network, if you will. So there's a lot of content providers that go on there, and they go on there because they're never going to be censored. He is pro-liberty, anti-censorship, and he has built an amazing system. So we have been talking about, he would like his content providers to be able to receive donations in Epic. So this
Right.
makes that purely simple, right? I mean, your widget, it just is
Yeah.
like a little bit of code and boom, your wish is granted.
Or even without, like, it's we have a donation link. You
Okay.
just copy paste it, or a simple button. So yeah, so that's with NowPayments. And again, when I'm thinking about, it's not only like you're putting your address on the screen, and people
Right.
doesn't have to require Epic to pay you with Epic. What do they have? Fiat. They can pay you, and you're
Right.
receiving Epic.
That's right.
Have Bitcoin, you are receiving Epic. That's actually where things. So it's more convenient for both you and the
Yes.
people who's donating for you.
Yeah. No, this is, I keep saying game changer, but I knew nothing about NowPayments until this live stream. So I'm learning with you, everybody, and I am super impressed.
Well, that's why we're here.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we already mentioned the mass payouts, and again, if anybody want to like pay for huge amount of people, if like Uncle V, you want to just become like Oprah and send a ridiculous amount of money for everybody, you can in a few clicks of a button.
They're going to have to rebrand me Uncle Helicopter Money, though. That's too many letters.
Well, yeah, or Uncle V.
My wife can't fit that tattoo on her back. Whereas Uncle V, man, she just has it right there, shoulder blade to shoulder blade. I'm kidding, everyone.
Well, that would be funny to
Yeah.
have it on your back. And with the QR code, I see people start tattooing QR codes. So
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
so yeah, so I'm just still like trying to explain for everybody how with simple ChangeNow integration, EpicCash transitioned from with how many steps? 28?
28, yeah.
28 steps on a VTEX, decentralized exchange.
27, yeah, yeah.
That only paired with BTC to being
Yes.
available on 3,000 partners of ChangeNow.
Right.
And on the payments platform for everybody to use it in a single step, or swap it with
And that's how many other crypto assets can be swapped for EpicCash?
875, all the ones that we currently support.
875, folks. That's
Yes.
not just BTC and USDT. If someone has, I don't know, Litecoin or anything that is on your platform, they can exchange that for Epic.
Yeah, and we actually integrate new assets or new tokens every single day.
Good
Yeah,
riddance.
so roughly
Talk
30.
about scarcity of EpicCash. How does price go up? Well, if you're dealing with a scarce product and there's this that giant sucking sound is demand for EpicCash. Ultimately, the markets be the markets, and the price go up because people aren't going to let go of their coins, because they're smart. But wow, this is just a wow,
Yes. So yeah, again, when you have a mind that I can literally pay for Epic tomorrow for coffee or
Yes,
for whatever I'm mm, requesting from Shopify, I'm buying from Shopify, you will hold on it more than just not more than just on a platform and you're playing with it,
that's
like
right.
buying and selling.
That's
Because
right.
like why would I sell it or have USDT or something else? I can literally spend it somewhere else.
And you know what? Let's go through this thought experiment. So let's say I have 100 Epic in my wallet at $1. Today it's $1, let's say, right?
Okay.
But then we integrate with you and all these, there's all this additional demand, and quickly Epic gets to $10. So just holding it in my wallet, the price goes up. The incremental, like the coffee that I buy, whereas maybe it's a $5 coffee at $1, but wait a couple of weeks and let's just, again, thought experiment. The price goes up $10. All of a sudden, everything in this world, when you denominate it into Epic, there is no such thing as inflation. It's like everything gets cheaper the longer that you're holding the Epic asset. It gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So this is another reason why people, you know what, Bassam, we have this roadmap, right? We have this vision of the Epic ecosystem. And, forgive me for saying this out loud, community. Some may not like it, but I'm like, what you are showing here kind of solves much of our roadmap. And it's already here. So I don't know. I'm super impressed. I'm a broken record this morning, guys.
Well, you are so energetic. I think you should start moving all the live streams to 10 a.m. your time.
Yeah, there you go. That actually would probably be better for my day.
Yeah, or maybe have me talk about our products.
I will have you on all the time. You have new products, boom. You are my special repeat guest.
Thank you a lot. So yeah, well, when and again, not because I am from ChangeNow, but speaking subjectively, completely, what are the main objective of any asset? Be conveniently accessible through fiat or other assets, and that's what ChangeNow is offering. Being accessible to payments, to use it for utility, that we're offering it. And again, that's something we can future with other partners, being available on more partners, more wallets, on Now wallets, on our exchange applications, on not only Epic and ecosystem, but on other ecosystems. And again, that's what we'll be trying to help you with. So
yeah, well, but I'm thinking about something here, right? I'm trying to be pragmatic. I'm trying to think real world. All right. We get into crypto because a lot of us really, frankly, want to be part of, blockchain technology and the crypto assets, frankly, to preserve our wealth, because we believe that the price is going to go up and such. But then you have an issue, right? How do you off-ramp it to fiat into your bank account so that you can go buy a car, right? Or buy a house, right? So as you're talking here, and I'm thinking, this perhaps solves the need to even deal with these banks who are not friendly to crypto, or I think they're going to get more and more unfriendly to anything relating to crypto. So maybe those off ramps start drying up. But if you all start working with like auto dealerships and real estate companies and stuff, perhaps there's a future to where we're simply paying with EpicCash. You want to buy that house? You know what? Let's only look at houses to where they will accept NowPayments, because we'll know that they'll accept, EpicCash, and we don't even have to go through the bank on this. Have you thought about that? I'm sure you have.
Well, I can truly, as I mentioned before, I don't have the info about all our partners, but I'm sure that we have, again, we have people from gaming industry, and I'm sure when 2 months ago, I think, when we were in Dubai, we had a crypto week for a couple of weeks. We had a lot of real estate discussion with real estate people, especially in Dubai.
Beautiful.
Because when it comes you are only when it comes to Dubai, it is not only a city, it's like an international city, because people are coming from all around the world. And something maybe you're not considering right now is how to transfer actually money from a country to another. Is even way more challenging and even way more time consuming.
It is, yes.
So no country will allow you to take out $1 million to buy a house in Dubai, or 100,000 even.
Wow.
They block you on the airport if you're holding 10,000.
Right.
But if you're having in your wallet and on your phone,
yes,
nobody can check it.
That's right.
And then you can go to whatever you want and buy with real estate. And that's actually, I think in Dubai already there are some real estate companies already accept crypto.
Yeah.
They currently support mostly stable coins, as I remember, but we had some discussions about accepting NowPayments.
Do you know? Do you know? I had a conversation with a gentleman yesterday who was talking about a friend of his who is a gold wholesaler here in the US, huge. And at one point in time, they were accepting Bitcoin for gold, and they had to stop. You know why?
Due to regulations?
Leah Heilpern, please listen to this. Please listen to this, Leah Heilpern. It was about fungibility. It was because he kept getting tainted coins that he could not then turn into fiat to be able to pay for the gold, right? So they had to stop that. So that's another benefit of EpicCash. It is entirely fungible because each transaction is like a freshly minted coin. So if I send you my Epic, once it gets into your wallet, first of all, there's no information associated with it, no transaction details, but it is as if it is poof, a freshly minted coin. So I throw it into the smelting, pot, and everybody else is, and all of our gold coins, they smelt down into liquid. But then when it gets to you, somehow it magically through Mimblewimble turns it into a freshly minted coin. And that's a game changer. So you're going to have, again, BTC has issues and the gloves are off.
Well, yes, I think here's where, first of all, you, Uncle V, as educating people about Epic is important, because,
yes,
for example, this gentleman who were mentioning this problem with you, maybe one day he will start accepting EpicCash.
We're sure working on it.
Yeah, and hopefully soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you are providing this platform to educate people about the advantages.
Right.
And we are providing you with the technical capabilities to make it easy for people to accept it.
Absolutely. This is so fun for me because I'm not the technologist. I'm not the little, the guys making it all happen behind the scenes. I like easy. I can get easy up here. You have to dumb things down so that all understand them, right? But guess what? That's pretty much the world, right? If we want mass adoption, you have to be able to communicate the pros and the cons, the benefits, in normal terms, everyday terms. How does it work? How can I just want to pay with my credit card. How can I get Epic with my credit card? Well, Mom, about those 27 steps. First of all, do you have a computer? No, I'm kidding. All right, what are we looking here?
So here is actually one of list of our partners. So
Okay.
one of them is Travala,
Okay.
Cryptocurrency Posture, My Aladdin's, so Bitcoin Masters. So yeah, so a couple of trading.
See, and I love this because I know what I'm looking at right here. These are the early adopters. These are the ones that aren't on the bleeding edge. They're on the leading edge. And when we come back here next year and we celebrate, the month of May, because that's when we launched a year ago, May 31st, 2023, you're going to show me our partners page again. And it's going to be like little stamps across the whole thing to where you're going to have hundreds of partners. And because that's just how you roll. That I can tell that's how ChangeNow rolls, is you guys aren't letting any grass grow under your feet.
Well, that's exactly. And actually communicating with assets and coins like EpicCash is what we think is our main advantage. So not all payments, even crypto payments gateway, accept 160, and not all of them accept 875.
Right.
And that's actually where we thought about Epic, as there is a lot, like when we had an interview. So I think we had an interview like 5, 6 or 7 months ago with you, like our first meeting was.
Yeah.
And we had like first and the second meeting, and we were thinking like, this is a great coin and we want to go together. So we want to develop this product to suit them, so we can pick up with them. So the train we'll never be late for the train.
Yes.
So that's actually why we are, like, I can say like we're proud that we developed such a product for you guys and for other tokens too, that when it comes to centralized exchange, like big exchanges, it's nearly impossible to be listed there. And it's quite very expensive.
Very expensive. Right. Right.
And sometimes even not even possible.
Yep. Yep.
So it will be like a vicious loop. So
That's right.
into there. So you can't step there. So like you cannot be listed to be known, and you cannot be known if you're not listed there.
Yeah.
And here is like a vicious loop. You cannot get out of there.
Yes, correct. Correct. And man, if I never had to deal with another centralized exchange in my life, that would be great. But you provide the solve. It's just, guys, we have been, he stopped sharing the screen and I see there's a bunch of people in there. Thank you. But I haven't been reading any comments. So there's probably been a lot of good questions or whatever, but just forgive me today. We're just rolling with this. And if you can't tell, I have a little pent up energy. But I think you're right. Maybe everybody vote in the chat. Should I start doing these live streams at 10 a.m. instead of noon on Fridays? Might be kind of fun. Chopping my coffee. I don't know if the world is ready for that, but I like the idea. You know?
But again, if there's any questions, they can. So if anybody is really interested in either ChangeNow or NowPayment, they can just maybe contact you or the Epic team, and they can redirect them to us, and we can help them. Actually, we have like the business development people have people from when starting the integration to the end. And when they actually finish the integration, we have our account manager that always with them.
See, that's
to
great.
serve
I mean,
myself.
there's actual support. Wow. Well, this has been fantastic. We've gone an hour. I like to keep it around an hour. Need to keep it around an hour, but you covered everything that I wanted to see and then some. What a surprise. These now payments are an absolute verifiable game changer. And I can't wait to learn more. I can't wait for the 31st. Let's do this. How about after we launch, the Friday after we launch, let's make a date to have you back on.
Well, I'm
And
always happy.
let's celebrate the fact that we did it together. What do you think?
I'm always happy to be on.
That's great. Okay. Well, everyone in the chat, thank you. I hope you have a great weekend. And, we'll be back next week, back into the normal rhythm of Wednesday and Fridays. But until then, I wish everyone a happy weekend. And Bassam, you and your
Thank you,
family,
you too.
great weekend as well. And again, thank you for investing the time to educate our community. It was fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle. We have a great
All right.
weekend as well.